Hey, what's going on, everybody? This year here with our week 6 of our weekly recap. I've been doing these videos since the start of season 6 of Cosmic Crucible. This will be the last one I do for season 6 because next week is the last week, and then season 7 should be starting up for Cosmic Crucible, and then I'll start a whole new series on this. But what we typically do on these videos, we'll take a look at certain attacks that were done throughout the week, kind of go into a deep dive of the attack, of how it worked, what we can maybe do to improve it, and how we can replicate it. Today I have 4 attacks that were done throughout the week where it was me attacking my opponent or them attacking me, and I do have one additional video that was sent over to me by an alliance mate. There were actually quite a few fights that I was able to pull from, but I like to keep it down to about 5 attacks because then we can really get into the fight itself and how we can improve it or kind of do that breakdown that I was talking about. So let's start by looking at my round 1 opponent. For this attack, I thought it was very important to do because this counter that we're about to look at is very important. It's going to be the new warriors with Lizard going against Secret Defenders in stage 1, and because we're putting that Lizard pre-taunt in there, it really helps the fight out against this team. So let's go ahead and look at the matchup, and then we'll look at the fight itself. So here you can see it's a punch across with the new warriors with Blizzard going against Secret Defenders with Spider-Man Noir. Adding the Noir into the mix actually gives you about a 16% chance of failure because if he heals the evades off of Gwenpool. So this match is actually fairly easy to do. The Spider-Man Noir is going to shoot the Lizard, the revive once gets taken off of him. Just use the ultimate, that's going to strip all the buffs off of the other team. The Mesmer Harlite is going to do the rewind, and usually Deathpool is the one that's adjacent to him. There the Gwenpool is going to use the special, it takes the taunt off. So now you're able to use the ultimate from Firestar onto the Black Cat and do the rewind, where that also rewound the Robbie. Usually Robbie is one that you want to rewind. Gwenpool's going to do the ultimate and already killed 2 of the characters. Deathpool does her pings, that kills another character. And here you just do the special and that will kind of do like percentile damage. Even if Black Cat does the special and takes any charges off of Deathpool, the match is still fairly easy to win because of how this plays out. For the next match we have, it's going to be from the second round opponent that we had, which was Son of Dad. Let's go ahead and see what match we're going to be looking at. For this attack, you can see it's going to be Masters of Evil going into Extreme X-Men with Jubilee. With the Jubilee rework, people's been starting to use her in different places on X-Men teams, even outside of Stage 4. So this was a pretty important fight, I thought, to show, especially based on the power level of the Masters of Evil. So this fight actually goes fairly well. It really depends on the Jubilee and how big she is for her to die. So right off the bat, Titania used the ultimate to ability block the Forge. Kang used the special on Jubilee and she ended up living. If she would have died there, Cyclops would have gotten the speed up to Forge, so that's something to keep in mind here. Moonstone did use the special to stun the Nightcrawler, which I thought was pretty smart as well. Now what they're basically doing is they're focusing down the Forge because he's one of the biggest threats on the board, mainly because of the speed up that Cyclops gives. Once Forge is gone, Kang is now able to do the ultimate, and that pretty much sealed the match right there. He targeted the Nightcrawler so that way the double tap would go on the Nightcrawler. This was very efficient, so well played by my opponent. For my third round opponent, we're going to look at two attacks that Brute Pickle made on me. One of those was in stage 1, the other one was made on stage 4. So let's start with the stage 1 attack that they did. For the stage 1 fight, this is going to be Masters of Evil doing about a 200k punch up into my limited X-Men with Phoenix. The efficiency looks fairly good as far as the turns go. It's going to be more the health because those Gambit pings and the Phoenix coming out is what's going to kind of lower the efficiency down on the health. So Titania will be going first. She's going to use that ultimate on Rogue. That way she gets the ability block. King is going to go next and actually use the special on the Phantom X to put slow on the Gambit and the Rogue as well. Ultron's going to do the special on Gambit to do a little bit of a turn rewind, followed by Moonstone doing the ultimate on Gambit. That's going to get the stun on him and more turn rewind. Now that Gambit is out of the stealth, he's going to turn into kind of a ticking time bomb, so you have to get him back under control. Titania's going to use the special on Rogue to steal the safeguard and all the buffs that she has. And now Kang is up. He uses that ultimate on Rogue because the taunt is on her. That killed the Phoenix. Now Dark Phoenix is out and Gambit is very low on health, so his pings are really going to hurt. Here Absorbing Man's actually set as a Raider, and you see the damage that Raider Absorbing Man does. It killed the Dazzler and the Gambit with that move. Kang is back up. He's going to use that basic on Rogue, and that actually kills her because of the Striker. Once Gambit and Rogue are down, this is a very easy match to finish up. Just control the Phoenix, kill her off, followed by the Phantom X. This was really well done by my opponent, so I wanted to show you this video. For the stage 4 fight, this is going to be Hive Mind with Apocalypse, going against my 3-piece Out of Time with Quicksilver and Red Hulk. This was a pretty interesting matchup. The Hive Mind, like I mentioned at the beginning of the season, are very important to this Cosmic Crucible, but it's still going to come down to that Void Knight ultimate if he can get the flip. Because Deflect gives you 100% block rate and blocking gives you 25% to automatically pass your resist check, you see that some of the buffs did get flipped over. The taunt is still on the Black Knight, so that is dangerous right there. The Apocalypse is really good counter to Black Knight though. Here you see the Carnage use the ultimate, and what you're going for is you're trying to get as many characters down in the red as possible, that way you start getting that speed buff. Here you do see that Gwenom uses that special to stun Captain America, but he does just shrug that off. They continue to punish your side of the field, but Red Goblin's turn is coming up. The Red Goblin using the ultimate is able to throw a bunch of debuffs at the enemy, and also finish off the Red Hulk and knock some characters down. As long as the Carnage is still alive, you're in pretty good shape to where your Hive Mind is able to keep the speed train coming at the opponent. Right now, because 2 characters are dead, now 4 characters are dead, you're basically biding your time until Apocalypse can use that ultimate. However, for this matchup, you see that Apocalypse doesn't actually need to get that ultimate, but that would definitely be a win condition for you. For this last matchup, it's going to be the Hive Mind with Apocalypse going against the 3-piece Out of Time with Red Hulk and Hulk this time. So it's a little bit different variation, but it still plays out a fairly similar way. So again, it's going to start out very similar. The Void Knight's going to use that ultimate, and it really comes down to if the Black Knight gets those buffs flipped over. The Red Hulk's going to go next and do the turn rewind. The Retaliate from Apocalypse did get the stun on Red Hulk, so that's a pretty good move right there. Now right now you're trying to get as many characters down to the red as possible. The Red Hulk is dead. The Red Goblin's going to use that ultimate, and it's going to throw a bunch of debuffs back at the enemy and hit everybody. That way you can start getting the characters down to red like we talked about before. And right here, the Black Knight doing the special did kill the Void Knight. Apocalypse used the special. That way you can get a nice health rebalance to your team. And for this one here, it's going to be one of those, try to bide your time, kill as many characters as you can to get ability energy, so that way your Apocalypse can use that ultimate. So right now it's down to just Venom and Apocalypse. The Apocalypse is now able to use his ultimate, and he used the Falcon Punch on Black Knight and got him killed. So the Hulk definitely threw a different dynamic into this mix, because the immunity that it gives to the Red Hulk, and the Red Hulk being able to do that nice turn rewind at the start of the battle. And that's all the matches that we have for this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this type of series that I've been putting out weekly. I'm really looking forward to Season 7 to see what changes they bring to Cosmic Crucible. I personally thought this was the best season they have done of Cosmic Crucible in a very long time. I love the room rules that they put in. I love how they had the symbiotes interact with the Sinister Six. It gave us a whole lot of theory crafting that we've been really asking for. Let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think of this season? What do you hope comes out for next season? As always, please like and subscribe, as I am really trying to get this channel to grow, and you all have a wonderful rest of the day.